Hello, everybody. This is Wrestling Rampage here. Make sure that you like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage2. Follow us on Twitter @WrestleRampage. Hit that subscribe button because you never know what type of videos we're going to be bringing to you next. I'm Joey.
I'm Tommy.
I'm Thomas.
So we did this video, I believe, yesterday or the day before yesterday.
It was the day before yesterday.
The day before yesterday. And one of our viewers, thank you, Charles Reed, for letting us know that when we did it, apparently there was a problem with the audio. And so now we're going to be redoing this video so that you guys can actually hear us.
Charles Reed, didn't I hear that name something?
Yes. Okay. This is going to be the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2016. We're going to be discussing the inductors, the inductees, our thoughts on them, and their accomplishments in the wrestling business, so to speak. And it's going to be this coming Saturday live on the WWE Network for only
$9.99.
It's going to be April 2nd, 2016 at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. A day before WrestleMania and a day after NXT TakeOver Dallas. First person that we're going to be talking about that's inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame this year is Snoop Dogg. Snoop Diggity Dog, Snoop Lion.
Sipping on gin and juice. Lay back.
Whatever you want to call it.
Money and my money on my mind. As you heard Byron Saxton talk about it on SmackDown like a dumbass.
Snoop Dogg is going to be inducted into the celebrity wing of the WWE Hall of Fame. And we're just going to list some of his accomplishments right here, right now for you guys.
Right here, right now. Let me tell you, it's a short list.
It's a short list.
It's going to take us about 2 minutes.
He is the cousin of the boss, Sasha Banks.
Now we know how she got the business.
No. She actually has talent like Charlotte there, old man.
Charlotte, is the women's champion, and she shall be.
You mean Divas champion?
He was the whatever ceremony, the host ceremony.
That stupid WrestleMania 24 Playboy Bunny Mania fucking match.
Yeah.
That no one gave a fuck there. Everyone didn't care about. And the fucking show was dimly lit. Fucking match had the lights went out during that match. Okay, that's how much no one cared.
And he's done multiple Raw appearances, even being the guest host of Raw.
Yeah, he's done a little bit. He even had some scraps with some of the goddamn superstars.
Like Santino?
Yeah, and Chavo and all this. I was like, well, I could give two shits that you can try to do a shitty clothesline. But, at least Snoop Dogg is a fan.
He is a fan of professional
wrestling. That's only one thing I can say good about Snoop Dogg is that he's a fan. He's a fan. He ain't like goddamn Drew Carey walking out in the goddamn Royal Rumble 2001 with his fucking gym fucking pants on and his fucking gym suit, going in there, seeing the Hardy Boys fall out of the ring, and then do all this and fucking with his fucking four-eyed fucking ass and fuck Cleveland. Cleveland is in bad shape. Okay, when Drew Carey comes out, I'm sorry, Cleveland, Ohio has no talent. I'm telling you right now. Just being honest. And fuck Cleveland. But Snoop Dogg, I have no problem with it. God damn, he deserves it more than fucking some people. I seen him go in the celebrity wing.
Well, do you think he deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame?
Well, they always do the celebrity wing, so I guess.
Do you, Pops?
I've said this once, and
but I still say he don't
fucking time out.
But I still say he don't deserve to be in the Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Are you done?
Well, yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to say this one more time. and I mean this right here for every fucker, and I really don't give a fuck whether you like it or not, okay? There is no fucking goddamn celebrity should be in the fucking Wrestling Hall of Fame. It's called Wrestling Hall of Fame. They got the fucking Walker Hall of Fame in fucking Hollywood. Motherfucker, that's where you should be. Being Snoop Dogg, Diggity Dog's what I call him, because that's all he is, a Diggity Dog to me. Didn't like him then, don't like him now. He's just a washed up, try to be rapper. That's all he is to me. Fucker, you know, that I just don't get it. You know, I don't like the celebrities in there. I didn't like fucking Mr. T going in there. All they're doing is just holding up spaces for a wrestler that should be put in there. That's all they're doing. Listen, man, you're fucking up, you dumb fucking bitch.
Do you think Snoop Dogg deserves
Well, fuck no, he don't deserve to be in there. It's like the rest of the fucking celebrities that's in there. They don't deserve it. They ought to be put out. They room for real wrestlers supposed to be in there. Goddamn dumb motherfuckers.
Snoop Dogg being inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame? Stupid, first of all. You know, glad he's a fan of wrestling, but you don't put fans of wrestling in the Wrestling Hall of Fame.
We're fans. Put us in there, motherfucker, if you're going to put people in.
Hashtag WR for Hall of Fame 2017. Get that trending. But anyway, Snoop Dogg being in, I think is stupid. The whole celebrity thing is stupid anyway. They should just get rid of it. Rather it's Snoop Dogg, Drew Carey,
Bob Uecker,
Donald Trump,
fuck all that
whoever.
Whoever.
I don't care who
Whoever's in
you
the Hall of Fame,
are
it's fucking stupid.
or what you did. So what? You got in the ring and fucking walked around. Well, that guy got in the ring and fucking walked around too. You don't see me in the fucking wing.
If they do put a celebrity in, why haven't they put in Andy Kaufman yet? A guy who broke his neck in the ring, a guy who actually had matches with Jerry Lawler. You know, a guy that actually did love the wrestling business and wanted to be in the wrestling business. I know that he didn't wrestle for the WWE, but there's a lot of guys that didn't wrestle for the WWE that's in the WWE.
That's in there. Some of them just walked through the fucking door and they're in.
So, I mean, Snoop Dogg, I don't think he should be in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Well, I don't either, but the only thing I can give him a plus on is that he's a fan.
So that's a no, and a no. Then we get Jacqueline, who's going to be inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame this year by the Dudley Boys, which makes zero sense to me.
Only thing I know about their history, they were in the Attitude Era together.
That's about it. I mean, there is no history there. Why they're inducting them, inducting Jacqueline is, fuck, it's beyond me. I'm just going to be honest with you. I fucking don't know.
And some of her accomplishments is she's a one-time UWF Women's Champion, a two-time WWF Women's Champion, a one-time WWE Cruiserweight Champion, and a staggering 14-time USWA Women's Champion. Thoughts on Jacqueline?
She deserves to get in, you know. She was pretty good in the Attitude Era, you know. She had to make Sable, of course. But anyone that has to work with Sable, I'll give them all the credit in the world. You know, because Sable's a cunt.
Mm.
Sorry, Brock. Your wife's a cunt. And I'll say it right to your fucking face. You know, you know, Jacqueline, yeah, she deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, I guess. I have no problem with Jacqueline in the Hall of Fame.
I had no problem with Jacqueline being in there. I mean, any tough bitch that take on men has got to be something else. I mean, she didn't care who went after her. Man, woman, it didn't matter to her. She'd stand right there and fight him. So, hey, Jacqueline, congratulations for being a Hall of Famer.
Jacqueline, you know, really, really tough woman. She came from, you know, she got trained in Dallas, Texas, by Skandor Akbar, which legend in WCCW. Fantastic wrestler, and then he came in the manager role.
Yes.
One of the greatest talents that came from WCCW, and going through his camp, and being a woman at that time, in the wrestling business, being a woman, that was hard to do.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was a hard accomplishment for women wrestlers back in that right there time.
Late 80s, early 90s to get a shot.
Very few of me. I mean, very few of them ever made it to status. Just to be totally honest with you, the very few women ever made it.
And that's the one thing that Jacqueline did.
She made it. Yeah,
So.
she worked her ass off to get there. And to me, and it is, to me, Jacqueline's going home in Dallas.
She is. So, yes, and yes, Jacqueline deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Then we get to Stan the Lariat Hansen, with his inductor being Vader, which I'm sorry, I would have rather seen Vader in the Hall of Fame than Stan Hansen. But, what are you going to do?
But here's the point, and I just want to take a moment here. Here's the point. You see, we're not the ones to put the wrestlers in the Hall of Fame. That is up to the WWE, their board or whatever. But anyway, their board sucks, or else we wouldn't have celebrities in there. Okay, got me? Thank you.
Stan Hansen was a one-time NWA International Heavyweight Champion and a Tag Team Champion, a four-time Triple Crown Heavyweight Champion, a one-time AWA World Heavyweight Champion.
I got something to say about that.
Which we'll get to that. A one-time CWA International Heavyweight Champion, and a one-time NWA United States Heavyweight Champion. Your thoughts on Stan Hansen?
To be honest, I'd rather see Vader in there instead of Stan Hansen. I wish it would have been Stan Hansen inducting Vader if I switch it. But
which they were a great team in Japan.
Yeah, but that's just me. And about Stan Hansen's career, I can just name his career just like that on fucking.
Good.
Oh, in New York, only thing he's remembered for is breaking Bruno Sammartino's neck. Boy, that's a career highlight in New York. And fucking and then he comes to the Grandfather Wrestling Federation, which is the AWA, where you turn into powder. And he won the AWA title when they were fucking miserable and failing. So why the fuck would he go back to Japan? Goddamn, Japan paid more money than fucking AWA did. And by the way, I seen AWA's crowd in that era when Stan Hansen was champion. There was a lot of fucking empty seats. Okay, and I'm glad I like the lariat he does. It's good, but I have no problem with Stan Hansen, and I can take it or leave it.
Okay, well, do you think he qualifies to be a WWE Hall of Famer?
Yeah, I guess.
Thoughts on Stan Hansen?
Okay, I have nothing against Stan Hansen. Let's just be straightforward about that. I mean, to me, he really didn't amount to anything in WWE. To me, he got all of his recognition was in Japan. I mean, his accolades can tell you that he spent more time in Japan than he spent anywhere. I mean, it would be. But it's like this right here, I mean, they've taken other wrestlers from different organizations and put them in the Hall of Fame, the WWE Hall of Fame, and their accolades are just terrific too. So I'm going to say this, but for him, for the confidence that he did in Japan, hey, he should go in at least.
Stan Hansen, big, rough, tough redneck. The lariat used to knock motherfuckers out. And working in Japan, you get that rough style that rough, strong style, really roughneck style, hardcore, hard-hitting style, and that's where he came up with the lariat. JBL paid homage to Stan Hansen with taking it and making it the clothesline from hell. And
he put Vader's eye out.
Yeah, he almost put Vader's eye out. And they were tag team partners too. But I think Stan Hansen deserves it. He's I mean, just because he didn't, make that much of a name in American wrestling.
But just remember this, if you was in Japan and somebody mentioned Stan Hansen, they would know who the fuck you're talking about.
So I think Stan deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Congratulations. Then
we get the Godfather, aka the Papa Shango, aka Kama Mustafa, the Supreme Fighting Machine, so to speak. A lot of failed gimmicks in his career. Let's just be honest with that. The Godfather is going to be inducted by Ron Simmons and JBL of the APA. He was a two-time USWA Unified World Heavyweight Champion, a one-time WWF Tag Team Champion, and a one-time WWF Intercontinental Champion. Thoughts on the Godfather, and if you think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame?
Well, he was big in the Attitude Era, but everyone was big in the Attitude Era.
Mm-hmm. But name one gimmick that didn't really go over in the Attitude Era. I mean, you had Val Venus, the porn star. You had the Godfather with the Ho Train. I mean, Hardcore Holly was over at that point. Crash Holly, the Houdini of hardcore, was over at that point. I mean, a lot of people were over in the Attitude Era.
But the Godfather.
Does that make him any special though? Does that make the Godfather any special?
Only thing I liked about the Godfather was the Ho Train. Seeing all the hoes.
And one of his hoes was the hardcore champion at one point.
Yes, it was. And I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
I liked the Ho Train. Then once he went to the Godfather, that's when I stopped liking him. Because I don't want to see you with white socks.
Stevie Richards, no white socks.
I'm hoping that he gets inducted. I hope we see some whores coming in the goddamn fucking Hall of Fame.
So what do you think he's gonna bring the Ho Train on the?
Yeah, I think even Ron Simmons will even do some of them too.
Well, do you think it'll be the Ho Train, or do you think it'll just be like?
I think it'd be about one or two.
Let me guess, the Diva Train, so to speak.
Yeah,
maybe?
I think it'd be the Diva Train or something like that. Call them hoes or something like that. I don't know. It'd probably be something like that.
Do you think with his accomplishments inside the ring that he deserves to be a WWE Hall of Famer?
No.
So you don't think Godfather deserves it?
No.
Okay.
I like him.
Okay, I really have anything against the Godfather. I really don't. He's had failed gimmicks. The only damn really gimmick that really got him, any really established was being the Godfather and running the hose. That's the only thing that he really had going for himself. I really don't think he was that good a wrestler. So I'm sorry. And if anybody is a fan of the Godfather, I'm sorry for you. But anyway, that's just me. The opinion is, we're all here to our views about who should be in, who should not be in. Well, I'm going to give you my view on the Godfather right here, right now. No, he don't deserve to go in the Hall of Fame. Sorry. Too bad.
Godfather had a lot of failed gimmicks. Papa Shango, missing the cue at WrestleMania. Had that crappy feud with the Ultimate Warrior. Then when he was Kama, the only thing I remember was melting down the Undertaker's urn and making it a chain. And being a lackey for the what is it?
Nation
of Domination.
Well, see, when he was Kama, He was already in the dead in the water being with that $1 million corporation.
Well, the $1 million corporation was one of the worst tandems, so to speak, of first of all, a stale gimmick in the first place. But agreed. And, him being the Godfather, yeah, that was cool. But then again, everything that was, cool in that Attitude Era was something sexual, stuff like that. And that's what the Attitude Era was. I mean, it was a different time than it is now. It was a time of rebellion.
God, I miss that time. I'm sorry.
Don't get me wrong. It was a great time. It's just a lot of stuff got over around that point. You had Godfather as the escort man. You had Val Venus, the porn star.
Yeah.
You had a lot of them, which now Val Venus is the marijuana guy now.
Yeah.
But his what he did in USWA wasn't that great with Lawler. Him being the good father and winning the WWF Tag Team Championships didn't really matter, to be honest with you. And he had a less stellar run as the WWF Intercontinental Champion. So I'm going to have to say thumbs down for the Godfather. I don't think he deserves it. On the other hand, we got another man, which is the man from Cobb County, Georgia, who respects the law and order, and the Big Boss Man. And he's going to be inducted by his former manager when he was with Hakeem of the Twin Towers, Slick, the Doctor of Style. He is a one-time UWF Heavyweight Champion, a one-time WWF Tag Team Champion, a four-time WWF Hardcore Champion, and he tragically died at the age of 41 on September 22nd of 2004. But thoughts on Big Boss Man?
Big Boss Man, yeah, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. His match with, to me, the best thing I remember about the Big Boss Man was the build up to the Al Snow Pepper match. The Kennel from Hell, he grabbed Pepper and cooked his ass and fed it to Al Snow.
Yeah, it was funny.
That was funny. Don't get one of them paws stuck in your teeth. You don't like the way Pepper tastes?
Tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chick. That was awesome. And
But you can find that pepper steak in the
yeah.
WWF cookbook.
That's right. And Big Boss Man, Big Bubba Rogers, Ray Traylor,
the Guardian Angel, the Boss.
The Boss, whatever you want to call him.
The crappy gimmicks in WCW, so to speak.
The crappy gimmicks in WCW. Felt bad for the guy because WCW is full of shit anyway. Especially that shitty logo they had in 2000. The Big Boss Man, yes, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Big Boss.
Well, the Big Boss Man with the feuds that he had in the WWF, which is the WWE. Now, I remember when he come in the NWA as Big Bubba Rogers. His feuds with the legend Ole Anderson big cage match, tremendous. Both men, the feuds he had with Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express, Ronnie Garvin. It goes on because I watched him and he at a stint in the NWA, and believe me, that man, he could go. People talk about the big man. Well, there's a lot of big men. He was a great big man, and to me, I'd like to go down to Cobb County, Georgia, but we don't have to worry about that because he is going to be in Dallas, and he's going to be a Hall of Famer. And I want to say this right here: congratulations to his family because he deserved it. Thank you.
His spirit will be in Dallas, and he will be a WWE Hall of Famer. Big Boss Man, one of the great gimmicks that actually got over
Yes.
where like he was the cop. Like WWF had that point where they had like careers as WWE superstars.
I forgot his match with the Mountie.
The
jailhouse match.
The jailhouse match with the Mountie.
Epic.
That was
Epic.
That was hilarious.
One of the gimmicks that actually did get over, at one point you had the model and Rick Martel.
Yes.
You had the shitty plumber.
And you had fucking Skinner.
Exactly. Well,
What
the fuck did he do?
I'm sorry, Skinner.
He'll never be a Hall of Famer.
Maybe a Steve Kearney might. Well,
did not.
I don't know.
I don't think he'd make it as even as Steve Kearney. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is.
Boss Man was, he was the cop. He got it over. He liked, being the big boss man. And that pretty much followed him his whole career anyway. I mean, like he even had matches in Japan as the big boss man.
Yes.
And I always enjoyed Boss Man. Big fan of him, and I'm glad that he's going to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. That's one guy that does deserve it. Now we're going to be going into. There's two more inductees for the WWE Hall of Fame. And one is a team of the Fabulous Freebirds. If you guys don't know who the Fabulous Freebirds are, it's Michael P.S. Hayes.
Purely sexy.
Yes, well, so to speak. What he refers to himself as.
Yeah.
Terry Bam Bam Gordy. Buddy Jack Roberts.
That son of a bitch.
Buddy Jack Roberts, and for some odd reason, they threw Jimmy Jam Garvin in there. If the original Freebirds was just Hayes, Gordy, and Roberts. Now when Buddy left,
Buddy had throat cancer.
And then Gordy was doing Japan and WCW at the time. Yeah. Hayes was full WCW. They needed a Freebird there to be with Hayes, so they had Jimmy Garvin fill in that spot, and he went by Jimmy Jam Garvin. I'm sorry, I remember more as gorgeous Jimmy Garvin in WCCW. And what about Bad Street? When Bad Street was there, old Brad Armstrong in the fucking mask.
What about Sir Oliver Humperdinck?
That's right.
What about Rocky King?
Iceman King Parsons.
That's right. What about them?
But no, for some odd reason they have a fixated on Jimmy Jam Garvin, so to speak. But
well,
go figure that.
Me when Michael Hayes and Jim Garvin teamed up as the Freebirds, I was like, well, at least he looks like a rocker, I guess.
Maybe.
But
he still looked like he flushed his hair a little bit
but he's not going to drink Jack Daniels like goddamn fucking Michael Hayes, though.
No.
And they're going to be inducted by the New Day, and a lot of people want to give the New Day crap about that, but you got to realize, people want to see Kevin Von Erich induct them, and how fitting that it's going to be in Dallas, Texas, the home of the Von Erichs, of the Freebirds versus the Von Erichs in WCCW.
It should have been that right there way. I think Von Erich should have been the one inducted because that's where their feuds was, and the Von Erichs and the Freebirds feuded all over Dallas, but for some unknown reason, maybe it's because he didn't want to, or something like that right there.
Or they didn't ask him.
Or it could be that going to WWE, they didn't ask the man. That could happen too.
So they had the New Day do it. Now, don't get me wrong.
I understand why the New Day did it.
See,
because they're a three-man team.
Unlike Jacqueline with the Dudley Boys that have zero ties, we get the Fabulous Freebirds with the New Day. The New Day is a 3-man team, what the Freebirds was. And the Freebirds came up with a rule of, it's called the Freebird rule. And I mean, it's a legit rule in the wrestling business. And what it is any 3-man team can, and so to speak, if you win the tag team titles, any man of that 3 team can defend that belt at any given point.
And I'd like to say the object of that right there, being a 3-man team,
you don't
know who you're going to prepare for. You know, you don't know who's going to come in to defend the titles. You may be preparing for this guy and this guy, or this guy will here come in and this guy will come in. You see,
so to speak, you think it's going to be Hayes and Roberts, and then they replace Roberts with Gordy. So it's like I wasn't prepared for Gordy, the probably the baddest motherfucker of the group.
Exactly.
The powerhouse of the group.
Once Bam Gordy hits you, especially with the clothesline and everything.
I wonder if Slam Master Jay is going to be there.
Well, you never know. He might make an appearance.
That is Terry Gordy's son.
Yeah.
You know?
And just like Michael Hayes says, his son's doing just fine. Even though he just got released a couple years after that video was made. But anyway, we're going to go back to the Freebirds. They are a 6-time.
Well, I'm just saying, he would be a good fucking guy to accept the war for his father.
No doubt.
That would be who you want to take in mind.
And I mean, and as you guys know, I mean, Terry Gordy did pass away, and so did Buddy Roberts.
So did Buddy Roberts.
They are both, they both passed away. The only ones that are alive that are going to be accepting awards is Michael Hayes, Hansen Doc Hendricks, so to speak,
and Jimmy
Garvin. They are a 6-time WCCW 6-man tag team champions, 1-time NWA American Tag Team Champion, 1-time WCW World 6-man Tag Team Champion, 2-time WCW World Tag Team Champions, 2-time Mid-South Tag Team Champions, 3-time NWA National Tag Team Champions. And that's just their tag team accomplishments. That's not singles.
Yeah, that's not singles. If we went through the singles,
we'd be listening here for a little while.
We'd be telling you for a little while what they did, okay?
The Freebirds, and if you think they should be in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Long overdue.
Same, long overdue. The Freebirds, pioneers in stable wrestling. I've always enjoyed the Freebirds, and I can't wait to see them be in the Hall of Fame this year. Then we get the last inductee, and he was the first inductee that they announced. Pretty much, we'll just go ahead and say it. He's probably going to be the one to close out the show.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Who could pick anybody better to close out a Hall of Fame?
Then Sting. Sting is the Hall of Fame. To us, he's going to be the main event of the WWE Hall of Fame 2016. Sting is going to be inducted by Nature Boy Ric Flair.
How fitting.
How fitting for that. Yeah.
They had battles, bloody battles, world title battles, everything. And it's just great to see. And Ric Flair actually went on record and say that his favorite opponent to wrestle was Sting next to Ricky Steamboat.
Yep.
You can't get no better than that when one of the greatest wrestlers of all time says that one of his favorite opponents is you. You can't do that. Then we get Sting with some of his accomplishment. He's a 4-time TNA World Heavyweight Champion. He was inducted in the 2012 Hall of Fame of TNA. I don't know.
Get a $25 fucking plaque.
I don't know if
Maybe
that
he got
really
a $10
means
gift
much
card.
or anything. I'm not really for sure if that actually means anything.
Well, he's going to be the first one ever to be inducted in both TNA and
Yes,
WWE.
he will be the first one to be inducted in the TNA Hall of Fame and the WWE Hall of Fame. He is a 2-time WCW International Heavyweight Champion, a 2-time WCW United States Champion, and a 2-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, a 6-time WCW World Heavyweight Champion, 1-time NWA TV Champion, and a 3-time WCW World Tag Team Champion. And once again, we're trying to cut the video as short as possible
Because
Sting also had a lot of more accomplishments, but once again, just like the Freebirds, we've been sitting here talking all day about
the Freebirds. The same thing with Sting. If we wrote down all their compliments that they did in their whole career, we would be still sitting here the whole weekend.
Sting. You think he deserves to be in it?
Yeah, Sting deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He had great matches with Rick Rude in WCW.
I loved the Sting Rude feud in WCW. It was awesome. And sad note, that is what ended Rick Rude's career.
Yeah.
Sting's Pancha and Sting landed on Rick Rude, and Rick Rude falling on them stairs. But accidents happen. They just happen. But you can't deny that they had great matches in WCW.
Oh, great
His matches with Vader was good. His matches with Ric Flair were great. Only bad match I could say about Sting was the match he had with Jeff Hardy. When Jeff Hardy was pilled or drugged up.
Yeah.
And fuck you, Jeff Hardy.
Well,
you'll never be a Hall of Famer.
But Sting was. But even though
fucking Matt Hardy.
Even though it was Jeff Hardy, Sting is drugged up. But anyway,
Sting's fault.
Sting had to carry the match.
Goddamn.
And he even made
it a quick one.
And he made him look good. Let's just put it that right there. Where he made him look good.
How can you make a quick match? Good. But, Sting, yes, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
That's on Sting.
Sting.
And if he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Sting, I watched Sting with the great battles, epic battles with Ric Flair. They would battle all over the Omni. Any place that you've seen Ric Flair and Sting on a card, you could tell it was going to be a battle. Sting is just he's just awesome. I seen where in one match he's good against Ric Flair, and Ric Flair chopped him so hard that his chest actually busted open and started bleeding. That's how hard them chops were. And hey, Sting. What can I say? Welcome to the Hall of Fame, brother. You deserve it.
Sting does deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. One of the only guys to hold out on his contract.
Yeah.
And to never go to WWE, at a point, he was one of the guys who flown the WCW flag. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
He was the guy who was WCW.
He was like the Undertaker.
Yeah, he was, WCW. When I think of like a homegrown WCW star, I think of Sting.
He stayed there.
He stayed there. He stayed there till the bitter end.
He stayed there. He stayed there.
I'll tell you that.
And as sad as it was for Sting, and I'll say this: as sad as it was for Sting, brother. He stayed there, and he went down with the ship like he wanted to go.
His match with Ric Flair on the last Nitro.
Yeah.
Ric Flair he was glad it closed, but that Sting Flair match on the last Nitro was fucking great.
It was.
Yeah.
Like even if
Flair was wearing the WCW Nitro shirt.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. And then the thing of it is, it was a closing thing, but that last match, that's what people wanted to see.
Yeah,
they wanted to see
Ric
Flair, and they wanted to see Sting.
Instead of having the NWO come out there every
Yes,
goddamn week
exactly.
and ruin fucking matches,
Uh,
why don't you have that match?
What ruined WCW with the NWO, old Flicky Flogy Hogan, and
Like 115 million on one movie.
yeah.
But
How'd you earn that goddamn money anyway, Hogan? I don't still understand it. Goddamn fucker.
Well, you know, he's got a split personality.
Yeah. He's Bo and then he's Hulk Hogan. Well,
which one are you?
Yeah. Which one did she fuck?
Fuck if we know.
Oh God.
But Sting, you know, one of the guys that you could just say is a homegrown WCW star. Hogan was in WCW. Yeah, Nash was, and Hall. But they made their name in WWF too.
Yeah.
When you think of one guy that just made his name in WCW alone, I think of Sting.
And I want to say one thing. I'm sorry, Sting, that I put you in the same, even let the same words come out of my mouth to put you in the same voice with Hogan. I'm sorry about that. You don't deserve that. I'm sorry.
And I'm so glad that Sting's going to be in the Hall of Fame. There's been talk about maybe his career might be over with. I don't know. I know that he did get injured, and he had great matches. I mean, even though I think he should have won against Triple H at last year's WrestleMania.
He should have won.
It was a great match. You can't deny that. He had a great match at Night of Champions with Seth Rollins. I was sitting there and he's one of the guys that held out his contract till 2014 when he made his debut at the Survivor Series. And, everybody was so glad to see Sting actually get out of that cesspool called TNA.
I'm telling you, when you win TNA, all you see is gray. Once you open the doors out of TNA, you see goddamn color.
But apparently James Storm likes the gray. Let's just say that.
Yeah, he must.
Because he went back.
He must like that 40-year-old TV.
But I'm so glad to see Sting in the Hall of Fame. And so far, we have 7, inductees. And we all agreed that we think Snoop Dogg shouldn't be in, and we don't think the Godfather should be in. But the rest of them deserve it. Make sure that you give us a big thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed this video.
And I tell you what, why don't you tell us who you think should be in?
Yeah, let us know who you think should have been in the Hall of Fame this year. And if you agree with us or if you have different opinion, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear it.
We like to hear from you. Even if your opinion versus us, we like to hear your response.
And with that being said, make sure that you like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage2. Follow us on Twitter @WrestleRampage. Hit that subscribe button for us because we're going to be bringing other videos to you guys. We bring videos every week to you guys. And we hope that you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you guys later.